Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing my ranking popular skin tints video. I do have a top 10 to share with you, but I'm going to quickly go over all the skin tints that are recent to me that I've tried and that I wanted to include in this video. So I went through Sephora, saw what was still there, if I've tried it or not. I'm gonna blast through the ones that aren't in my top 10, give you a reason why they're not, and then I will get to my top 10 skin tints. We're going from worst to best, but the ones that I'm mentioning initially, they're not in any particular order. They aren't in my top 10, but they're ones that I've tried. I just haven't repurchased recently, but some of them are still good and could very well make it in, but this is just what I have on hand and ones that I wanted to quickly mention. So let's jump right in. Hopefully this isn't too long. I do have some amazing skin tints to share and some clear winners. My top 5 is just so good and I cannot wait to share it with you. So let's jump into the ones that I'm just going to quickly go over. Not in my top 10, but that I've tried. I have the Rare Beauty Positive Light Tinted Moisturizer. I personally didn't like it. I know a lot of people love this one. It was patchy and it broke me out. I think in the US it does contain some SPF, so I think that's why it did break me out, but I didn't like how it wore on my skin. Then we have the Glowish Skin Tint Foundation. I personally found it unflattering on my skin. Very light coverage, but it just had the radiance that emphasized texture and pores on me. Not a favorite. We have the Laura Mercier Tinted Moisturizer, which I think is really good. If I had it on hand right now, it could very well be near the end of my top 10, I feel. It was a good one. Would I repurchase again? Probably in the future. I would revisit it, but right now in the ones that I currently have, it's not top 10. The worst skin tint that I've ever tried was the Tarte Maracuja Juicy Glow Skin Tint. I tried this in a Try New Makeup. I had to recover from that by putting on a full coverage powder foundation on top just to make me look somewhat presentable. So bad on my skin, very unflattering. The glow to it, worse than Glowish. Glowish, I still would honestly try again. This one, the consistency of it was poor. It felt not good on the skin. It looked horrible on my skin. It was the worst skin tint I have ever tried. So that is on the very bottom. I decided to put in some CC creams in here, though I'm not including them in skin tints because some of the ones that I'm going to mention just have a lot of coverage, and though that can work for a skin tint, I just wanted to do the light to medium category that are more of a daily wear product for me. So It Cosmetics CC cream is a great one if you're interested. It has SPF in it, so I avoid it just because my skin is sensitive. But if you need a lot of coverage, that one's great. Has that 50 plus SPF. We have the Lancome Skin Feels Good Tinted Moisturizer with SPF 23. This didn't break out my skin, though it has that SPF. And this one, though I don't have on hand, would actually be in my top 10. I'm thinking position-wise, it would probably be in my 6th place spot if I currently had it, just looking at what I'm going to share with you today. So keep that in mind. We have the Urban Decay Hydromaniac Glow Tinted Hydrator Foundation. Not a favorite. Similarly to the Tarte Maracuja, I just, well, not that bad, but it was just too hydrating to the point of slipping and sliding, a little bit thick for me, and just overall didn't have the wear or flattering on my skin. It wasn't flattering. We have the Charlotte Tilbury Unisex Healthy Glow Tinted Moisturizer, which is fantastic. One of the most light coverage products that I've personally used, but again, I think that would probably be around maybe my 8th place spot in my lineup right now, so definitely would knock out some of the ones that I'm going to share. Then I wanted to mention MAC Face and Body, which I know a lot of people classify kind of as an everyday tint to the skin because it's lighter coverage and very versatile, but I'm not including it in this. And also for me, as much as I love that product, it also breaks me out. So that's one of the ones that I'm not including just because of the fact that it breaks out my skin. Do have sensitive skin, just so you guys know, so that plays a big factor in how products are going to line up for me. Then the Maybelline Skin Tint I just wanted to quickly mention as well. I personally haven't been able to find it in Canada. I've been waiting for it to come, so if you know where it's located, let me know. But that's one that I would like to try, and I probably would do a dedicated video on that one. However, it's not in my lineup because of that reason. I just personally haven't been able to get a hold of it in Canada, so I would love to try it and let you know where it falls in my ranking. In the event that I eventually get to try it, I will let you know where it places in my ranking. This leads me to my ranking. I have 11 here. I'm gonna knock this one out right away, but I do have 11 in total in my collection, so I just figured I'd show you all the ones that I have. This is the NYX Bear With Me Blurring Tint Foundation in Golden Light. For this particular product, it is just so thick and it just doesn't have the texture that I'm looking for an everyday product. It does have good coverage. I didn't think the wear was overly great on this, and there's things that just look way better on my skin just because of how thick this is. And the color range in this is just off for me. I personally can't find a good shade match for me. They just all lean a certain way, which I'm just not a fan of for my skin tone. So this was a no-go, doesn't place for me, but I did have 11 skin tints on hand and wanted to show you all the packaging that I did have. In the 10th place spot, we're getting into the ranking now. I recently tried this one and it's definitely at the bottom. It is the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Skin Tint with Broad Spectrum SPF 15. This did start to break me out, unfortunately, and I love the Vitamin Enriched line from Bobbi Brown. I use the eye cream and the moisturizer. I have that on my skin today. This was borderline too hydrating on my skin, and it didn't have the wear that I personally wanted and was fairly sheer and patchy. This one went on patchy for me. I've tried it multiple times. It just wears patchy for whatever reason. I feel because my skin is normal leaning dry, it just clings in the spots that it needs that moisturizer more and ends up being patchy all over my skin. So this was a no-go for me. It wasn't the worst skin tint that I've ever used, but definitely not the best, and it is in my 10th place spot. For my 9th place spot, this looks fantastic on my skin, but I do have a few issues with it. This is the YSL Bare Look tint, the new range. I have it in the shade 9, which I feel like is a perfect match for me. Love the color of this. I love that this feels like skincare. It looks really fresh, perfect for every day. The only reason why I'm mentioning this for 9th place spot is that this kind of has a burning sensation to my skin. There's some kind of ingredient in here that just doesn't go well with my skin. Something about it just doesn't feel good on my skin. I know, again, a lot of people love this one, but those with sensitive skin feel my pain. So if you want to spend the price tag on YSL, it is a beautiful skin tint. It looks gorgeous on the skin. I can't fault it for the formula apart from how my skin reacts to it. So that is why it's 9th place spot. Now we're going into the 8th place, and all of these I would recommend. I love all these products. The 8th place spot is the Tower 28 Sunny Days Lightweight Foundation. I'm including this as a skin tint because I just feel like this falls into that category, at least for me. And this says it's safe for sensitive skin. It's vegan, cruelty-free, won't cause breakouts. And I believe in the US this also contains sunscreen, though this is covered up for the labeling in Canada because they don't have the DIN number for it. It's fragrance-free, alcohol-free. And because of all this, I felt safe to put this on my skin. Doesn't break me out at all, so that is good. I love the color of this. I have shade 40, so it's good for the summertime. I reach for this often. My packaging is quite dirty. I love how quick this is to put on the skin. There's just others that I like better, so I haven't been reaching for it, but there was nothing I could honestly say that was wrong with this. So this one, I don't have anything to say that it stands out. Apart from it being mid-range for me, there's nothing in terms of the wear, how it makes my skin look, that I feel like sets it apart from the other ones that I'm going to talk about. It's just a really good, easy to wear, reliable skin tint for me. The next one I recently tried. It is from Hourglass. It is their Veil Hydrating Skin Tint. The only thing about this that makes it not as good as the others for me, it has such sheer coverage, and for the price tag, I just don't want to spend that kind of money on a product that is so sheer. If you're okay with the price tag, you want something sheer, it is beautiful on the skin. I did a video on this, you can see it. I love how this looks like on my skin. I love how it wears. It's just a little sheer for me, and that's the only reason why it's my 7th place spot, just because I'm not going to reach for it as much as these other ones I'm going to mention, because that's not my personal preference. I like something medium coverage. I don't necessarily like full coverage products. I can get a good look with medium coverage and then spot concealing That's what I like to do. This one, I just had to spot conceal a little bit more. Looks so natural on the skin. I'm obsessed with Hourglass as a brand. Hourglass for me is becoming probably my #1 makeup brand. For the products as of lately, I'm just enjoying so many of them, and they're just quickly taking over Charlotte Tilbury for me. I don't know. It's something about Hourglass right now. Let me know what your favorite brand is, but recently for me, I've just been loving Hourglass. For our 6th place spot, this is a product that I just rediscovered. I had this a while ago. I thought it was okay, but as of lately, for at least the summer, I think this is fantastic. And this is from the drugstore. It is from L'Oreal. It's their True Match Nude Hyaluronic Tinted Serum. I have the shade 4 to 5 medium, and I love this for a natural look to the skin. I find the formula quite similar, but more sheer as to the Makeup by Mario foundation that's out, the Surreal Skin. It has that mica look to it that impacts some glow to the skin without looking glittery or too shimmery. It's just super healthy looking. I just don't like the dropper of this. It is a thicker serum. If you can see kind of the consistency, it's not even falling off the dropper. It is very nice and hydrating. I love the consistency and how it just feels on my skin. It wears really nicely too, and it has that glow to it that other products I'm going to mention don't have, so it makes it unique in the sense that I like this as like a lighter version of Makeup by Mario Surreal Skin. That's my best way to describe it. If you really like that product, I think you'd like this one too. Top 5. These are no faults at all to these, I feel. These are the best of the best to me. These are my top 5. I love every single one of these, and I would repurchase every single one of these Skin Tints tinted moisturizers. So we have in the 5th place spot the NARS Pure Radiant Tinted Moisturizer. I have the shade Mykonos right now. I've gone through countless tubes of this. I cannot tell you how many I've gone through. I have different shades in it. You get 50 milliliters of product, so there's more than your typical. It is hydrating, long wearing, looks great on the skin, looks natural, everything that I want from a tinted moisturizer. There's just other things that I feel like look even better on my skin, which we'll get to. No fault to this because I'm going to continue to repurchase it. I think this is beautiful. There's just other things lately I've been reaching for that maybe have a slightly better wear, maybe are cheaper, that I just feel like are a better recommendation. For those reasons, it just beats this out. But this is a great product. I feel like if you picked it up, you would like it. Can't see anyone not liking it. All skin types would enjoy this. It's not overly moisturizing. It's just the perfect everyday product to give you good amount of coverage without looking cakey or overdone. It's just a fantastic tinted moisturizer. Then one of the most recent products that I picked up in my 4th place spot, did a whole dedicated review of this, is the Danessa Myricks Beauty Yummy Skin. And this is a serum skin tint. It says hydrate, smooth, and correct. You can see in my dedicated just how beautiful this is on the skin. This is getting such good reviews and almost a 5-star, full 5-star ranking on Sephora, which is rare. It is ranking so well on Sephora, and I can see why. You get 45 milliliters of product, more than your standard in here. I feel like the price is right for this as well. It's not too expensive on Sephora. It's not the cheapest either that I'm going to mention, but how it makes my skin feel at the end of the day and how it looks throughout the day is so beautiful, and I highly recommend checking this out. If you've not checked this one out yet, I feel like this could be people's #1, honestly. This could be people's #1, but I just have others for whatever reason that I'm going to mention now, that these are the ones I can tell you stand apart from these other ones that I've mentioned, my top 3. For my top 3, we have in the 3rd place spot, the Fenty Beauty Eavesdrop Blurring Skin Tint. And yes, I did see that stick that came out on the market. I ordered it. I'm waiting for it. I will try it and I will compare it to this one as well. I was so excited to see a stick version. I love sticks and I love the Eavesdrop. This is so beautiful on the skin, and what sets this apart from other ones is how thin it is and how blurred it looks like on the skin. If you have pores or texture, you need this product because it is the most thin and flattering formula on the skin. It is gorgeous. It is so gorgeous. I cannot get enough of this, so I am so excited for that stick product to try that out because I love this so much. I use the shade 11. It's perfect and I cannot get enough of it for those reasons. It wears beautifully on the skin and I just love how lightweight and perfected the skin looks. It's incredible. My number 2 product is the most affordable product I think out of anything on the market, and it's my number 2. It looks small, but the price you cannot beat and the formula is so good. It is Wet n Wild. It is their Bare Focus Tinted Hydrator. It has hyaluronic acid, squalene. It's lightweight, non-greasy finish, sheer to medium coverage, and it is the perfect daily wear product. For the price, for the formula, I would think this is high end, honestly. With the formula of this and how it looks like on my skin, it performs like yummy skin on my skin, and it's very affordable. I have the color medium tan. The shade range could be improved. Honestly, I have a hard time finding a color that's my perfect match, but I always wear this with some powder or concealer and I can get it there. For the price and how my skin feels wearing this, how it looks wearing this, you cannot beat this product. For number 2 spot, I had to put this in. It is so good. I don't hear enough people talk about this. I was late to this and this is so amazing. So please check this out. It is affordable. You cannot go wrong with trying this. It is such a great product. I think you're gonna love it so much. It just feels and looks the best on the skin. However, my number 1 skin tint, and I'm sure all of you are gonna guess what it is. I've raved about this for so long. I've got so many people onto it, and I feel like I'm the number 1 supporter of this product. It is the Beauty Blender Bounce Skin Tint. It says always on radiant skin tint, and that is true to the name. I'm wearing it now. It lasts. This is also super thin on the skin. It looks like your skin. Easy to blend on, perfecting, has the wear, looks natural, lightweight, anything you can possibly want from this formula, it has. It does it all for me. It ticks every single box. I'm not a fan of droppers, as you know. Even with a dropper packaging, which I don't typically like, still my number 1. I have repurchased this. I love it so much. I recommend it to everyone who's looking for a daily wear product. However, you can also bump this up and make it good for glam makeup too. It is so versatile. It's the only thing you need in your collection for daily wear, for dramatic makeup, for whatever you need foundation for. This has your back. It is so good. I love it. I cannot say enough good things about it. I think everyone would absolutely love it. I wish more people would talk about this. I know there's a few people out there who love it just as much as me, but I've been talking about this for so long and I hope you try this out because it is fairly good price point too on Sephora as well. It's not the most expensive skin tint there either. It is well priced, and for the formula, I just think it beats out all the ones that I've ever tried. It is that good to me. Number 1 recommendation, check out the Beauty Blender, but all these have benefits that I feel like certain people are gonna like, and if what I've said to you speaks to you, definitely pick that up to try, but this one would be my number 1 recommendation for every person, honestly. I don't think there's a single skin type that would not like this product. Mature skin, youthful skin, whether you're dry, oily, whatever you have, you would like this product. That's how good it is, I feel. It's such a good formulation. That is my top 10 ranking of some of the most popular skin tints on the market. I hope this video helps you out discover your perfect everyday makeup skin tint out there. I feel like there's so many great ones on the market, and a lot of these could be your number 1. Based off their claims, the ones that I mentioned, they tick all their claims. So if that's something you're looking for, definitely check it out. But you know, my number 1 and my number 2, I feel like I have some affordable products to check out depending on your budget as well. There's something for everyone, and I hope this helps you out decide what it is you want to check out. So thank you so much for clicking on this video, for wanting to know my opinion on what are the best skin tints on the market as of currently. Cannot wait to try that stick. That video will be going up soon. I'm just waiting for it to come in the mail from Fenty Beauty. I will be so excited to test that out. Let me know if you want a side-by-side though, because I was considering just doing a full wear test of that, but I can definitely do a side-by-side because I don't think I've seen anyone do that yet. If you want to see it next to the original skin tint that looks like this, so let me know. And that's going to be it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have not already, I would absolutely love for you to subscribe to my channel by hitting the red subscribe button, the bell to be notified of all my future videos, and I will see you guys in my next one.